Hey everybody, welcome back. Steven here, Northwest Small Batch Brewing. I just got done with a brew day. This is Sun River Brewing Company. I really like the stouts that they make from Sun River Brewing. And they are not carrying my normal, what I call my daily drinker, which is actually from 10 Barrel Brewing. You guys have probably seen me drink it. Here, I'll turn this so it's facing you. But anyway, so this was the next best thing. It's not quite as good, but it's not bad. It's called the Burlington Hazy from Sun River Brewing. I don't think you guys are going to be able to get it unless you live in the area because it's a very, very local brewery. Anyway, cheers. Welcome. This will probably be a quickie. I was just doing my brew day and I was thinking like little upgrades or things that I think can make your brew day so much better, quicker, faster. Better, quicker, faster, smarter. But I got a top 4 here of, well, we'll say top 4 plus maybe a bonus of easy upgrades for your brew day. Cheers. So number 1, let's get started. You know, a lot of people use these giant mash paddles that are made of wood, especially if you have like giant, 20, 30 gallon batches. It's crazy. I wonder how many people are doing batches that large, because a lot of the brewers I know, home brewers, are doing large batches, which is wild because I've always done small batches and usually 5 gallons is like the most that a home brewer would do. But these days, I guess because you can get the equipment for home brewing, it's expensive, but you can get it. People are doing it. So anyway, then you come down from that and you've got just your standard like plastic, right, mash paddle. I don't like these. This is usually what you get with homebrew kits. They're the cheapy ones you would normally get at a homebrew store, if your homebrew store even exists anymore. They're bendy and they're not very good in heat. They get soft in heat, and I'm not a big fan of them. The next step up, something that I had bought, still have, is a metal, like a stainless steel mash paddle. That's good. It's a little heavier. You can throw it in the dishwasher when you're done, and it doesn't bend or anything. It's obviously got a lot of strength to it. But the problem is that the paddle end of it is kind of narrow, and so it's not super easy to get rid of dough balls. So the upgrade, well, the first upgrade is something that you might have seen on Martin Keen's channel, Brewlosophy. He uses this big oversized, I don't know if it's a 20-inch, 24-inch, 30-inch stainless steel whisk. And the reason for that is it's huge, right? But it can break up the dough balls a lot more easily, and you just kind of dunk it, right? I don't think you really have to stir it as much as just up and down motion. Will really get the dough balls out a lot easier than using a standard mash paddle. That's the first upgrade. Now, if you want to go pro level and do what I do, and it's really not any more expensive, is you can get drill attachments. Now, don't get a paint stirrer. Those things are not food grade. Get a stainless steel food grade mash paddle attachment. You can get it like from More Beer, Northern Brewer, even Amazon. Although I will say, if you get the one from Amazon and it's kind of round looking, it's not really great for doing aeration. That one's good for mashing in. That's what I use that one for, actually, is to mash in. It really gets the dough balls out super quick. But if you want to also use it to aerate and get oxygen into your wort when you're transferring the wort, you want to get it's called a wine degasser attachment. It's got these plastic blades that come out and they whip around, and it'll get a lot more oxygen. Anyway, so those are your upgrades for your mash paddle type thing, right? That's number 1. Number 2, this guy. This is one of the better purchases I made in a very long time. I ain't gonna lie, I saw this picture described on City Steading on their channel, and I can't give a better review than they did. Just that the etching is on the outside. It is raised. I like that a lot. It's easy to read. The big thing I like is this tapered part at the top. Makes pouring so nice. It comes out in a real thin stream. You know the cheap kind? I have one of the cheap ones. That's what I was using with a wide spout. the water just kind of splashing. You have to get just the right pour. It's a mess. It's also hard to read the readings. This has metric and US, but this is great. It says it's called the AccuPour. If you're looking for this particular one, I will say if I was looking in the market for one now, there are varieties now that are similar with the spouts that actually are heat proof up to almost 212 degrees. So you can put almost boiling hot water into them. And so I would probably go for that in place of this one because I think that would be even better. But it will ease your day and make things easier. By the way, in case you don't do this, I do this. When I'm measuring grain, I will put it in the like big thing like this and put this on the scale. Then once I've got, let's say I'm weighing out a pound of 2-row. I got a pound of 2-row in here. I've weighed it out. It's super easy to pour it right into the bucket or your mill with this. A lot easier than you know trying to figure out another way to weigh the grain. So it's a double use. And by the way, I'll try to put up links to some of these things as well as I'm editing this video later. All right, number three. I have something similar to this. It's not exactly the same, but commercial bussing tubs, or yeah, bus tubs. You know what I'm talking about? Like when you go to a restaurant and the busser that cleans the table comes out and they have this tub that they're basically putting all the dirty dishes and stuff in and taking. So those come in handy. I would say 2 of them. I only have one, and the one I have is round, and it's more referred to as a wash basin, but it's the same idea. It's big plastic round. Anyway, the point is you can use one to store your, like spray it down with Star San, and then everything you put in it that's already clean and sanitized, put it in there, and then you know you're good. Like that's the clean sanitized bin. The other bin might be used for just about anything you want. You could put your ingredients that you're getting sort of prepped for, your mise en place, right? Everything in its place. You can have all your grain lined up, or your hops or whatever it is, right? To get your brew day going. It keeps you organized. Super helpful to have something like that. And lastly, is not that exciting, but you'd be surprised how much you use it. As you think about it, you're like, what am I going to use that for? Digital thermometer. I like the kind that, like, when you open it, it turns it on. I mean, you can use it to check your mash temperature. You can double check it to check your starter, all kinds of things. Anything you would want to check the temperature of. You want to take a reading, like a gravity reading. You want to check the temperature first to make sure you're in calibration, all that kind of stuff. And on top of that, of course, obviously, you can use a digital thermometer in the kitchen, that same thermometer, for anything in the kitchen, cooking, making hamburgers, any kind of meats, smoking stuff, whatever, So, I mean, it's got multiple uses. And I said I had a bonus. I have one bonus. And that is, with a caveat here, a little safety warning. The bonus is get some heat-proof gloves. Now, you can use like the UV glove. That's okay. But the UV glove is very short. I recommend the barbecue heat-proof gloves. I mean, they're a little overkill. They're like heat-proof up to 350, or maybe they're 500 degrees. I don't know. They're heat-proof up to a very, very high point. They're very thick, and they're just, like black, and they come all the way up to your like elbow almost. Well, not quite your elbow, but they come further up. I cannot tell you how important it is, because if you're taking the lid off, if you're trying to get the grain basket out, you just want to grab the grain basket and lift it. All these kinds of things, those gloves are indispensable. I will say, however, you have to keep in mind, you can get complacent. I had one on, and I think I went to put hops in or something, and I was like, oh, I got the glove on, I'm good. Somehow that steam came around and hit my arm, and I almost had 3rd-degree burns. I probably should have gone to the hospital for it. It was really bad, blistering, and it was painful. So just be warned. Just always be vigilant. Just because you have the gloves on doesn't mean you're fully, covered and safe. Anyway, that's all I've got. I will be back in a week for another video. And until then, keep on brewing. Cheers.